Hey guys, what's going on? Camping hack number 0 here, and today we're going to talk about the Whisperlite Universal Stove, and I've got some modifications to show you. Here it is. Stay tuned. Alright guys, here we go. The MSR Whisperlite Universal Stove. Here it is in all its glory. It is a fine stove. It is a fine stove. I consider it probably to be the most versatile stove out there. Now that's my opinion, and you know, for what it's worth, I think this is an awesome stove. Alright, check it out. Here's the owner's manual. You'll get one of these when you buy one. Let's just look right here. And you can see that this stove right here will burn white gas, naphtha, kerosene, unleaded auto gas, butane, isothane, and propane. This stove will burn just about everything that you can put at it, and even a couple of things that it wasn't even meant to. Now, I just want to start off right off the bat and tell y'all, I've made some modifications to this stove, and I can hear them already. Everybody's going to say, oh, you're going to void your warranty. Oh, you're being dangerous. Oh, you're going to blow yourself up. That's not the way the stove was intended. Well, you know, I make these modifications and I take my own risks, and I assume my own liability. You guys, you know, I'm not twisting your arm and telling you to try these modifications. You know, use your best judgment. All I can do is show you what I've done and the results that I've gotten. So, you know, try any modifications that I show you at your own risk. Alright, first of all, let's talk about the different kinds of fuel that this stove can burn. You know, it'll burn the canister fuel, as you see here. It'll burn the old white gas camp fuel. It'll burn unleaded gas, and it'll burn kerosene. And the way that it'll do all these different things is you swap out and change these little jets here. It comes with 3. I've got 2 here in my hand, and there's another one in there. You swap out these jets and you put different fuel adapter valves on here. This is for all your liquid fuels, the one that's attached right now. And you swap it out and you put this valve on. Whoop. And it's strictly for your canister fuel. It's got the little indication there telling you what kind of jet to use. This is for your canister fuel. And this one here, it's got the U. I hope you can see this. It's got the U and the G and the U and the K. Pretty sure that stands for universal gas or universal kerosene. You use this control valve here in conjunction with this bottle and the pump installed into it. So there you go. That's just kind of a quick generalization. So there you go. You get your stove upside down, unscrew this, I believe they call it the priming cup. Unscrew the priming cup, take that out, take the priming wick off, and look at this. Look how smooth this is. It just comes out. The jet is in here. They call this the generator tube. As your fuel flows through here, it goes up through the generator tube. The stove gets hot, turns the liquid to a gas, and comes out of the jet. Now the jet that I have in it right now, I believe, is the kerosene jet. And you get, these stoves come with this little tool here. Put your little tool on, set it down here in the center of your stove, put your tool on. So this goes in here nice and smooth. You put your little tool on and you loosen your jet, and out comes your jet. Now what I do is I start to unscrew it, and then I take it out of the stove, and then I hold it like this and continue to unscrew it in this direction, because inside that jet is what they call the shaker needle. Here's the shaker needle. It is very, very tiny, and it goes inside your jet just like that. And then when it's screwed to your stove, and this is in your stove and everything's put together, you shake your stove, and that shaker needle in there cleans out the jet. So get it unscrewed, pull your jet out in this fashion, and keep track of your little shaker needle there. Here it is. I'm just going to set that aside. Now, this jet here, I hope you can see that. Is it in focus? Please let it be in focus. It says UK for kerosene. You would use this jet here for when you're burning liquid kerosene. There's also, it comes with another jet, and this one says UG for gasoline, and you use this jet when you're burning white camp fuel or automotive gasoline. And then the third jet it comes with is marked UC for canister, and that's when you use this stuff. So you use this canister fuel for UC mark on your jet, and then anything else that's a liquid fuel, you're going to be running through your bottle and your pump, and you use UG or UK. So that's pretty much it on how to take it apart and swap the jets out. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to put nope, not that one. I'm going to put UK. I'm going to put my UK jet in. Here it is, UK. I'm going to go ahead and put the shaker needle in. Well, before I do that, let me just show you this. Now, where I live, kerosene isn't used very much. So I modified my kerosene, the UK jet. I modified it so that it will burn an alternative fuel. I had seen some videos where it seems like a husband and wife were camping and or were big time alcohol stove campers, and they wanted to get their Whisperlite to run on alcohol, like an alcohol stove. And I thought, okay, well that sounds pretty cool. Maybe I can get I'm gonna follow along with what they're doing, and maybe I can get my stove to burn alcohol as well. So what I did was, I don't burn kerosene here, and that's just not, it's not a very common commodity around where I live. So to do this modification, I took my UK jet and I modified it. And the way that those folks were modifying theirs is that they drilled it out with like a 0.8 millimeter drill bit. I couldn't find that, but what I did find was a 1/32 drill bit. I don't know if you can see that, but man, that thing is just like a hair. I bought 3 of them from Fastenal here, and this is just what I used. And if we get my UK jet, you can see, hopefully, boy, it's a tight fit, but yes, that drill bit, that 1/32, I drilled it out. So when you put that drill bit, I've got another one here. I bought 3. You put your drill bit in the old micrometer, and you can see that it just barely fits. Oh, hold on. .1/32 is roughly right in between 0.031 and 0.032. And the 1/32 bit is what I bought because I couldn't find a 0.8 millimeter drill bit where I live. So you're saying, alright, that's fine, that's good, but how do you get that little tiny drill bit to chuck up in your drill, or your drill press, or your cordless drill? You have to purchase what they call, when you're drilling this small, you have to purchase what they call a pin vise. I think this pin vise, let me check. I think this pin vise, I think it cost me about $12 or $13 or $14, something like that. And this is the Starrett version, catalog number 162A. And what a pin vise is, here it is, you can see it. It's a little tiny vise for holding little tiny drill bits. And if you watch, I will open it up here. And it opens, and then if you tighten it down, you can see the end of it close up. And it will hold a small drill bit. So you got your pin vise. Take and put your little tiny 1/32 drill bit in there. Tighten it up. And there you go. You can see that this thing is practically just like a hair. It's definitely it's the smallest drill bit I've ever worked with. And then you use this, and I decided to sacrifice my UK jet, and you drill it out to 1/32. I used my drill press for this, and I suppose you could use your cordless drill. I don't know, I didn't try that. But anyways, 1/32 drill bit, pin vise. You can drill out your UK jet Put your shaker needle in. Put it all together. Tighten it down with your tool. And now, lo and behold, believe me or don't believe me, you can burn alcohol in your Whisperlite universal stove. I never tighten my priming cup. I never tighten my priming cup down real tight. I just kind of go until it stops, and then that's the... Okay guys, we just got done burning grain alcohol in our MSR Whisperlite universal stove. We used our UK jet, drilled out 1/32 of an inch, and we burned grain alcohol in it. Now, and it worked fine. It was on a low setting. You didn't have a rip-roaring flame like you can with white gas or any other gas that you're supposed to use in the MSR stove. But, you know, we had a good little flame. I should have done a boil test on it, but I didn't. Oh well. Now, we're going to try methyl alcohol. I've got the same UK jet in there, drilled out, the modified jet. Got the same jet in there, and we're going to try to burn heat in it. Let's see what happens. Alright, got some in our bottle. Put our pump in. I'm going to pump it about 25 times. Alright, there we go. Wet the end of our valve with a little spit. Got our valve closed. Now we're gonna wet the priming cup in the wick. Open your valve. Let a little heat come through. Here we go. Now we have methyl alcohol in our priming cup. Set it off. There we go. It's priming and warming up that generator tube. That hot generator tube will help convert the heat from a liquid to a gas. And I believe we are going to be able to burn heat through our Whisperlite. dying down a little bit. Let's open our valve some slowly. Okay, that was a bust. There we go. And as you can see, the heat is spitting. It's not getting a good conversion into vapor. So now I'm just going to turn the valve down a bit. And we are indeed, in fact, burning methyl alcohol, heat in other words, through our Whisperlite universal stove. It's not a rip-roaring, raging flame, but you could definitely cook over it. You could definitely boil water over it. See if I can turn it up a bit. Nope, too much. Starting to spit. Cut it back some. And yes, it is possible to burn alcohol through your Whisperlite. You did, in fact, probably void your MSR Whisperlite universal warranty, and it's your stove. Do whatever you want with it. So there you go. Burning grain alcohol, heat. I don't have any in the house right now, or else I would do it for you. It will also burn rubbing alcohol. So there you go. I'm going to shut it off. It's dying down, and I blew on it a little bit and it went out. So there you go. You can burn heat through your Whisperlite, period. It is possible. Hey guys, I wanted to show you real quick. I found the bag that my drill bits came in, and I ordered those drill bits through Fastenal, and so that part number there, I hope you can see it, 7004778, that is a Fastenal part number for that 1/32 drill bit. They were able to get me the 1/32 drill bit, and Fastenal also was able to get me the Starrett Pin Vise. So you could have your little setup like this. Alright, I just want to mention that real quick. I found the part number from Fastenal. Okay guys, the stove has cooled down. We just got through burning grain alcohol and then methyl alcohol in the form of heat through that stove, through that modified UK jet. We just got done doing it. So I wanted to do this real quick. I wanted to convert this back so that it could burn camp fuel. We're going to convert it back so that it could burn camp fuel, but I want you to watch the whole conversion process. So I'm going to try to do this all in one take, and I'll probably make a mistake. We'll use that to put our fuel in. Okay, so stove is cooled down. The stove is cooled down. So here we go. We're going to convert it back to burn white gas. Flip your stove over. Take your priming cup off. Priming cup, priming wick. Pull your stove out. Flip it over. Set it back in there. We're going to take our UK for kerosene jet. We're going to take it out. Unscrew it a little bit. And then turn it over this way and continue to unscrew it so you don't lose your little shaker needle. And here you go. All in the same. Hope you can see that UK for the modified kerosene jet that we did. Take my shaker needle out. Set the old UK aside. Now we're going to install the UG nozzle. Put our shaker needle in. Oh no. There we go. Put the little multi-tool on. Just tighten it up a bit. See the little arm here on the stove? That's where your fuel line goes. Sits right down in there. Priming wick goes on. Your priming cup goes back on. Tighten that up. You don't have to put the Hong Kong Phooey on it. Just snug it up. Now, whoops. We're going to take our fuel bottle off. Undo the fuel line. Oh, we got to relieve the pressure first. Sorry. There we go. Take the fuel line out. Take off your fuel pump. Dump out the heat. Give it a little shake. Maybe pump your fuel pump a couple times. There you go. Set that aside. Now we're going to pour in our camp fuel. That's probably enough. Set that aside. Put your fuel pump in. Wet the end of your line with maybe a little spit. I'm going to pump it about 25 times. There we go. Excuse me. Now we're going to open the valve over here, wet the priming cup. There we go. We got a little fuel in there. Shut it back down. Shut your control valve down. Your priming cup is wet. Now this is going to burn pretty yellow. I'm going to turn this fan off, by the way. So now we have white gas, also known as camp fuel, in our system, in our fuel bottle, flowing through the pump, flowing through the control valve, coming into the jet of the stove. It's priming up the generator tube, helping convert that liquid into gas. We're still in the priming stage. Starting to die down. I'm going to open the valve some. And there you go. Turn it up. You saw me pull out the modified UK jet so that we could burn alcohol through the Whisperlite. Pulled that out, put in the UG jet, and now we're burning camp gas. No problems. I'm going to shut it down, or turn it down. Turn it back up. Pretty cool. No problems going from alcohol to white gas. Okay, I'm going to shut it off completely now. Close the valve. The valve is completely closed. Now let's see how long it takes to die down. Still just kind of flickering around there. It's about to go out. It's almost there. The valve's completely closed. I don't know why it's still lingering. There must be just a trace of vapor coming through those orifices on the stove. I wonder what it'll hurt to blow it out. I'm going to blow it out real quick. Let's see what happens. Nothing happened. So there you have it. We went from alcohol to camp fuel. Didn't really, wash or clean anything out. Just swapped out the jets. Put the shaker needle in like it's supposed to be. Swapped out the fuel in the bottle. Didn't do any massive clean out inside the bottle. Just dumped the heat out and dumped the camp fuel in. And there we go. It lit up just fine. Now when I come back, I'm going to convert it to canister gas. Got to let this cool down though, because you can't handle those jets while the stove's glowing red hot. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back, and the stove is cooled down now, so we can convert it to a different kind of fuel. So what have we done? Well, the first thing we burnt through it was grain alcohol through our modified UK jet. Then we burned methyl alcohol through our modified UK jet. Then we dumped that out. You watched me dump it out. I dumped out the alcohol, the heat. I dumped it out and converted it over to white gas camp fuel all in one step. Now it's currently still set up for the white gas camp fuel, and now I'm going to convert it over to the canister gas all in one step and all in one take. So here we go. I'm going to take the fuel line off. Depressurize the fuel bottle. There we go. Dump out the camp fuel. Set the fuel bottle and the pump aside. We won't need them for this next step. But you will have to swap out the control valve. So the way you do that is you take your little tool here and you loosen the nut on the side. I say you loosen the nut on the side. There we go. And you take this control valve off. Set that aside. Put on your canister control valve. Tighten this nut on the side down just a bit, and now we have to swap out the jet. Flip your stove over, priming cup, priming wick, pull that out, loosen your jet. Unscrew it a little bit and turn it over so you can capture your shaker needle that is so small and tiny. Take your your UG jet, and let's just get a confirmation on that. There it is, the UG jet. Set that aside. Now we're going to get our UC jet. Here it is. Hope you can see it. UC. Put the shaker needle in. Get it started. Set it in the stove. Tighten your jet down. You don't need it, but in order to keep track of it, you might as well put your wick back on. You definitely need your priming cup that holds the whole works together. There you go. Your stove is prepped with the proper jet. Here's the fuel. You'll notice on the control valve it reads UC to remind you to use your UC jet. Screw this on. Let me check how everything is framed in here. Pretty good. Alright, we got the right jet, we got the right fuel, we got the right control valve. Now we're going to turn this thing on. Whoa, there must be some liquid still in that fuel line. That's what it is. There's a bit of liquid still left in the line, but the canister fuel puts out the heat. Okay guys, so here we go. I mean, this is all the fuels that we've burned today. We've started off, we burnt the grain alcohol first, then we burned the heat, then we burned the camp fuel, and then we burned the canister fuel, the ISO Pro. And the ISO Pro definitely had the biggest and hottest flame of all of them. The UC for Universal Canister Jet is still in the stove. Here's the UG. Maybe you can see it. I hope you can. The UG jet for your liquid fuels, not the heat. UG for your white gas, your camp fuel, and the modified UK jet, the kerosene jet, UK, that we drilled out to 1/32 of an inch. Drilled out the UK and made our Whisperlite Universal capable of burning alcohol-based fuels. Should you do it? No. Is it dangerous? Yes. Will you modify your jet? That's up for you to decide. Will you void your warranty on your MSR universal or Whisperlite universal stove? Will you void the warranty? Most certainly you will void the warranty. It's a risk that you're just going to have to take and decide if this modification is, if it's for you. I did it. You saw the results that we had here today. Y'all just be careful, and anytime you're doing a mod or anything, just take your time. Don't get in a hurry. And have fun. But most importantly, don't be afraid to make a mistake. That's the best way to learn, is by making mistakes. And, if you drill out your jet and you have problems, you might have to buy another stove. You might have to buy another jet. Just decide for yourself if you're willing to risk all that for this modification and for the ability to burn alcohol-based stoves or alcohol-based fuels in your stove. So until next time, y'all have a good day. I will see you in the next video. And this is Camping Hack number 0 signing off.